Hello, hello. What's up? How y'all doing? Hope you're well. Yeah, telefragging gives experience. It is just basically insta picked up because it doesn't have to travel very far. So yeah, I pushed out some a version here with some incremental improvements. Monsters only spawn off camera again. Yeah. The AI has been split out, as I mentioned. So, I've split it off into modules. And I fixed a bunch of stuff relating to flocking and merging the output of that with the output of the context steering. So those are actually combined now, which has led to, I think, a fairly pleasing monster movement. It's not... it's not perfected or anything, but I do think that it's a little bit more pleasant to watch right now. They do have a sort of, like, filtering behavior, which is interesting. Like, the way that they move around objects now, I'm much more happy with, where they kind of flow around things. They don't just smash their faces into them and get stuck like they were doing. So the crowds kind of flow like water around trees and between gaps and things like that, which is pretty interesting. I think it may have made the game harder because I think the monsters are moving a little bit more efficiently than they were, and that means that they are harassing the player a little bit more thoroughly. I guess so. Maybe. We'll see what happens when it starts the serious spawning here in about half a minute. If clone still works. With the stuff that I changed, good chance I broke that again. Clone is one of those things where, for it to work, part of it has to live in the sort of AI area of the monsters, because it affects their targeting. And so it's very easy to accidentally break that. I'm okay. I'm okay today. Except for apparently not being able to talk when I want to talk. Here we go. Here comes the flood. So you may also notice that the some of the flocking stuff that I had turned off for a while is back on. So they do cohese and align, which I didn't have them doing for a while, along with separation, and then also the contextual movement adjustment. It's just, there's a lot going on with them now. Well, if anything, it kind of feels like maybe this part got easier. So far, anyway. You're just stomping them. The contextual movement does two things. One is it's contributing to seeking. So the contextual movement uses 8 directions around each monster, and then it basically is scoring those directions. And then applying force either in that direction or not in that direction. Like it gets interests and dangers, and the dangers cancel out the interests. And then whatever's left at the end is translated into a vector. A directional vector. And right now it only does two things. One is seeking, and the other is collision. Collision avoidance. What is going on right now? This is new. This is a new fun mistake. I don't know what was happening. He was acting like he was fighting something, and he was fucking bleeding. I simply don't know. I'm definitely learning that game dev is just like creating fuck tons and fuck tons and fuck tons of bugs. The fact that the gun is shooting when it's only looking at on-screen does seem to indicate to me that maybe there is something wrong. It might be reacting to invisible or inactive monsters. Yeah, more stuff to fix. So, still no pathfinding. As you can see, we're stuck at the end here with the stragglers, wherever the stragglers are. Although they do seem to be getting free of whatever they were hitched on a little bit more readily. They are kind of the epitome of malicious compliance. Come on, find the final boy. Go get him. Please go get him. Well, the trouble is that when you extrapolate what you want out into thousands of lines of code, what you want starts to get a little confusing. The thing you're telling the computer to do is quite a long sentence, and it might have some typos in it. I have developed a visceral negative reaction to GPT and anything along those lines. The language guessing models. All right. It's a lot of things. I would say that it's definitely a lot of it is vibes. A big portion of it is vibes. It's a space that's dominated by shitheads, and I think usually that's a pretty good indicator of whether something is a good thing or a bad thing. And it really has shitheads crawling all over it. I don't know. I'm just saying personally that for me, my negative feelings around it are only growing. There is massive overlap there, Agio. Like, during the whole OpenAI fuck show that happened, which also, I'm so fucking tired. I'm so sick and fucking tired of this whole fucking Wolf of Wall Street aesthetic, finance, startup, tech bro bullshit cloud of fuckery that just consumes everything around tech. It grosses me out. It's gross. But anyway, I didn't really know a whole lot about OpenAI before that whole fucking thing went down last week, I think. And there's this really fucked up ideology that seems to have seriously infected the tech space, the big tech space, or just tech in general, which is effective altruism. And if you see that term, you can assume that shit's bad. When you see that term, you should think of FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried or Fried or whatever his name is. It's a dumb ideology of like the idea being that, oh well, we should get all the money because we will do the right things with it. is sort of the ideology. I'm obviously not being fair to it or generous here in any way, but that's what it basically comes down to. It's sort of excuse to claim that, like, well, I'm good, so everyone should cede all the power and money over to me, and then I'll take care of everybody. That's sort of the idea when you break it down. And we saw how that went with FTX. There's still people that think that dude's a god. I don't understand that shit either today. I don't understand how, like, what do you have to do to prove to some people that certain other people are actually shitheads? How much more evidence do you need, or do you really not care? I just don't understand how people are staying hitched to that wagon after everything. No, I know. I know. That seems to be the standard now. That's our standard today, is that there's no consequences for anything. It's, yeah. So for me, language learning models or whatever, GPT, AI, all the current iterations of all that shit all of it to me is just extensions of the same, like, ultra hyper greed, like shit posting in real life culture, or whatever the fuck it is. Just like accelerationist stuff, really. Anywhooms. Don't get me going again. Yasna encounters another crew member, Koval. He's alive, though he exhibits symptoms of the same stupor as Dr. Krauta. Yasna carries him to the lander. Oh god, yeah, now. Or the people that like cloyingly like fucking lap up his every little dribbling from his mouth. God. I don't understand. I don't fucking understand. Like, if there's anybody who has thoroughly demonstrated genuine incompetence on on the grandest scale possible, it's that guy. It's just so oh man. So weirdly we're back here. So I guess I have to go redo the probe stuff. We dropped her off. Yeah, so we just have to go back to the probe and
Yasna?
pick up from there.
All right?
Yes. I just need a moment to think.
As soon as you find something.
I'll report it. No worries, sir.
It's a catch-22 paint. It's a catch-22 because there aren't any.
I'm leaving the excavation site. How to come down?
I don't understand any of that shit either. Drives me fucking crazy. Like, I don't understand why the fuck.
I've got Gorski's signal.
So soon?
Why did every...
Likely to be him.
Then who?
Not who, but what. It's weird. Dr. Gorski hardly ever parted with it.
With what? You're talking about the teleprobe.
Yes.
Like, it's amazing to me that everybody flocked to fucking Andrew Tate, a dude that looks like he escaped from somebody's aquarium. I don't understand.
The probe.
I don't
It's
fucking
lying on
get
the
it.
ground, inactive.
Can't be completely broken if you picked up a signal. I'd say it's running in safe mode. Please try to power it on.
Do we have time for
Yeah.
this?
It's for a good reason.
I didn't know where the
Doctor.
checkpoint was last night. It was apparently a little bit back.
Okay. I'm opening the probe,
I'll just try to speed through this.
turning the systems on.
No, stop. Wait for my instructions. There's a button on the left side of the fuse box. Hold it, and then turn the dial again. And go ahead.
Slide records.
Correct.
I didn't know we had access to them.
You couldn't have known. This is not standard procedure. But as they
Yeah,
say,
I saw that.
strength malice extrema remedia.
Let's take a look.
Can we just eject me from the planet? That'd be alright.
A photo of the first days on the surface. They started exploring the littoral zone almost immediately.
They reported as much. Wasn't until the fourth day the comms failed.
I recognize these structures. This is where they began to dig. 12 hours passed. 3 crew members are still there. Dr. Gorski must have left already.
We lost contact shortly thereafter.
The probe followed him, and he followed the detector's readings.
Going after those metal structures.
Yes, that's what I meant.
I guess I'm stuck here.
Last slide. There's mostly noise.
Nothing in particular stands out to you, Doctor. They were digging and suddenly, poof, people are dead?
No need to shout, Astrogator. I'm just letting you know what I see. That's all. Hang on. An absurdly high electromagnetic field reading.
That's something. Sort of. What are the earlier readings?
Checking. Still high in the slide just before. And earlier, quite normal. It happened in a matter of seconds. But there's nothing except dunes. Sand, a few rocks, a shadow.
Shadow?
Another sandstorm, I guess.
All right, Doctor. Let's move on. You may turn on the fuses now. We'll take the probe with us. Good. I've got it on my radar. Now I can give commands to the probe. And? What do you see? Is it working correctly?
If you run it on manual steering, sir, then it works just fine.
That's exactly what I'm doing. You have a keen eye. I'll put it in auto mode.
I don't
Now
think this
Ollie
has
will
anything
follow
to
you,
do with
Doctor.
Lovecraft. Or at least one would hope.
Oh, it'd be nice to have some company. I mean, apart from yours, sir.
1 second. Oh, that's odd. There's no data in the probe's memory. No ID, no nothing. Do you want to give it a new ID? Name it, basically. After all, it'll be with you for a while. So, what's it going to be?
Huh. A name for the teleprobe. All right. I can think of something.
Copy that. I'm listening.
Please enter Luna. L-U-N-A.
Done. Now, a few more tweaks, and you'll have a flying measurement center at your disposal.
I don't see these metal structures any. The detector's measurement is very clear. I'm going straight on.
No crossroads? Branches?
Not yet. Just one thick, tangled vein.
That's so cool.
Huh. I guess I found the first point.
You guess? We have to be sure, Doctor.
Well, I'm at the first clear branching of these structures, such as reported by Dr. Gorski.
All right. What happened next?
He followed the branch to the right.
This is so awesome. I love this. It's so cool.
The probe detected something.
I see that in the readings. What is it exactly?
Well, the structure from the notes, it fits the description perfectly. Well done, Luna. I knew I could count on you.
Well, we didn't bring it to the surface for no reason. Even in the first stage procedure.
And now I'm going to apply for my own.
As soon as you find Dr. Gorski, I'll see to it myself. All right. How about that point? What does it look like?
The next point, the third one, is a metal bundle running along the bottom of some water reservoir.
Interesting. An object as such should be easy to locate.
Whoa. There's actually a shit ton that are like just deeper down. Yeah, I'm staring at it and just imagining how they did that. Basically, it's got to be like an additional camera that's just sort of, there's a floating output attached to the hand, I guess.
This mission drags on so much. Sometimes I think you're going to take off without me, sir.
Don't count on it, Doctor. I'm not going anywhere. Right. So how many are left?
2 points. Or at least that's what he told Koval. What he did next, it's hard to assess.
Well, the battery in the detector lasts for only a few hours, so he couldn't have gone much further.
The 4th point is a structure that fills a rock massive, on top of which he found surface structures.
Sounds like a crucial node in this whole system.
Hey, baby.
Look how cute.
Very cute. Very cute. Are those the... Oh, nice. Yeah. Well done. It is.
They showed up on my Amazon accident, and I was like, well, I can't not buy them.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Nakomi's ordered some,
My legs feel really heavy.
Give yourself
Little-
a moment to rest, Doctor. You certainly
yeah,
deserve
some
it.
covers for the thumbsticks on her
There's no kittens in here.
Steam Deck.
Hi.
They're little cats.
He's like digging in my
Oh,
pocket.
he's looking for kittens like the old days.
There's no kittens in there.
Maybe he wants in.
What are you doing? He's like, no,
got
they're
his-
in here. They're in here.
He has
I
his
know.
whole head in there. Traces of shoes?
One. Okay. Whoop. There
Gotcha.
you go.
I found his tracks. Finally, some tangible evidence that he was going this way.
Ah, good. It's downhill all the way, Doctor.
I wouldn't be so sure, Astrogator. The next point is at a height of approximately 100 meters. Definitely uphill. I think I'll catch up with Dr. Gorski on the other side.
Well, that wouldn't be such a bad scenario, right?
Of course not. Though I wouldn't mind if we bumped into each
10
other
o'clock.
before the climb. I think we have the 4th point.
He seems fine with it.
Yeah. She really likes SpongeBob. Shouldn't worry it out. Is it too early to take her to the doctor?
No?
The structures undergo noticeable changes here. If it keeps growing at this rate, I don't know what I'll find at the end.
What kind of growth are you talking about, Doctor? Depth, width, complexity level?
In every aspect.
Interesting. Do you think these veins lead somewhere? To something?
I'm leaning more and more towards that conclusion. But I can't tell what we might expect at the end, if it ends at all.
Yeah, this is fascinating. So the thing now... Okay, first of all, this is just sort of leading back to where we came from. We don't know where Gorski went. Or now it's not so clear. Flagged. Oops. I think I should be looking for a flag. And maybe we want to follow that way. Well, since I'm over here. This looks like a dead end, actually.
One step at a time, Yasna.
Nope, there's more.
One step at a time. Where does this put us? Back at the beginning. I can't zoom in there, but I think I'm standing on the first point again. Time seems to be slipping through my fingers like sand. So much sand.
You sound tired, Yasna.
Because I am tired,
Yeah.
Astrogator.
Yep, we came out from that cave and we went right last time. Yeah, they are a little bit like 3D pipes is what it looks like.
Hey, Luna.
Well, she's an astrogator. Astrogator.
Whoa, hey. Easy there.
She's trained for these things.
Three, two, one.
The land is departing.
Yes, they're on their way. Thank you for your assistance. Without your help, it would have taken much longer.
Oh, over there.
What's the plan for the second flight? The same place?
That would work best. Certain, proven. When you and Dr. Gorski come back, I'll send the lander right away.
I definitely trust you. I definitely don't not trust you. What's that? Oh, that's the flag. It's like, it looks like a campfire. That's the flag. This looks like Burns up here. Oh. Oh, I see.
I've reached the top. The doctor discovered something new from here. Something he called bushes.
Huh. I've heard that term before.
In their conversations between Koval and Gorski.
No, Jasna. You're the one who reported it to me. Right after you landed.
Seriously? Well, I don't see anything like it now, sir.
Okay, so damn it. 5 is visible from point 4. Ah. So here's the flag.
Wait. Koval noted down the parameters. Azimuth 350. Distance 200 meters.
Copy that. I'm sending the probe.
Got it. I see the bushes.
And the doctor?
Hard to tell. Visibility is poor. It's gonna be harder than before. I don't know how the doctor...
When it comes to finding a safe route, there won't be a problem. But you'll have to get there on your own 2 feet.
I suppose the probe will carry out the first task. It's capable yet?
Of course. I set the environment analysis mode. The probe will calculate the best route between your location and your destination. It'll guide you along the defined path. The calculations will only take a moment.
Hi, Luna. Lead the way. I must say, it's a clever device, this probe of ours. Hey, can it fly for this long?
Yes. Longer than you can stand on your feet.
Sounds like the perfect research unit. Maybe even better than a human.
Well, let's not exaggerate.
Of course, I wasn't being serious. However helpful they may be, they're still just tools in the hand of man, often faulty.
As she said that, I watched it drag its antenna through a rock.
Oh, we have a problem.
Something serious?
I already mentioned the faulty machines, right? Well, the route determined by the algorithm goes over a chasm.
I can repeat the command.
No. I'll go around.
Unfortunately, this is an outdated model. Such mistakes are inevitable. But the perception module itself has already been greatly improved. Its accuracy increases exponentially.
Exponentially? Can you imagine us, proteinaceous creatures, developing so quickly, sir?
No, not in the course of evolution. You can't perfect a person like that.
That's right, you can't. We wait thousands of years for visible changes.
Oh, have you started to fear for your position?
Well, everything indicates that the clear distinction between humans and robots will soon disappear.
And then what?
Well, if we assume that they'll surpass us, things will get complicated. Because in order to program a brain with computing power equal to that of a human, you need a brain with computing power higher than that of a human. Ergo, a man cannot make a machine smarter than a man.
Then who else would design it?
Self-learning algorithms, some spontaneous process, or pure chaos. Something inhuman, that's for sure. Shh, Astrogator, can you hear that?
What am I supposed to be hearing?
That's the point. Nothing. Silence. We're talking about robots, and Dr. Gorski still hasn't spoken on the channel.
Well, I don't know. He must be a long way from here.
I confirm. It's the fourth one. I see our flag.
Just a wee bit late. Just a teensy bit late.
Dr. Gorski, are you here somewhere?
I love the way the sky looks in this. The way it twinkles. The way it contrasts against the rocky environment. There are plants here.
These bushes are kind of weird.
You better stay away, Doctor. I'd like a brief description. Just keep a distance.
Allow me to use the language I would use to describe living forms, sir.
Of course.
So they look like pituitary, brush-like formations. They grow out of cracks in the bare rock. They're high, more or less, from 1 to several meters. They can be singular, though in some locations they create a uniform thicket that covers the walls of the ravine in a rusty brush-like layer. That's how it looks, to put it briefly.
Would you also venture to guess their significance? Some function, purpose?
I mean, energy harvesting is what plants do.
Staying on the topic of biological analogies, which in itself is already a major scientific distortion.
Yes, I understand. These are not real plants.
But if they were plants, those protruding parts climbing up, they would serve to obtain energy, mainly solar.
Why aren't they plants? I'm not following that one. I don't... I don't follow. They have trunks and leaves. They look organic. So they're just assuming that because their detectors didn't detect this as life. I see. Yeah, that's quite confusing. Like, I could not perceive that to be anything but living. Just in that, you know, the contrast to, for example,
Whilst traversing
rocks.
this planet, I'm becoming more and more convinced that what I know is not the same as what exists. What can exist?
I must admit it's an interesting thought. And quite disturbing.
I'll be right back. Just a moment. I got taken by the plants. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming, is that it's life, but not as we recognize it, is the thing. I mean, something that looks like that.
I have a feeling we're in the dark. We have to find a way.
Agreed. You should move on.
Oh, that's not
Looks
quite
alive
what I meant.
to me.
But yeah, I probably should.
Like, it's not weird to assume that based off of just the shape that it's alive. In that the likelihood of something like that forming through the processes that we know of with regards to, you know, how like rock formations happen and so on and so forth, don't produce things that look like this. And that would just be true across the universe, if that makes sense. I mean, I don't
When you
think so.
admire a beautiful view, an hour seems like a minute.
No, they're
But a minute on a hot stove will seem longer than an hour.
Does Regis 3 feel like a hot stove?
they're their own thing.
Sometimes.
They're not directly connected to the metal, which is still here and everywhere. Oh boy.
Astrogator, Gorski's not here. I'm afraid he continued to explore. And if he went where I think he did, he might have lost contact with the camp as well as Dragonfly.
So we will most likely lose contact too.
Of course, they are as we speak.
Well, there's only one way to be certain. It's your decision, sir.
Please continue your search. We have to find him.
That's the unwritten rule, isn't it? Under no circumstances do we leave anyone behind.
That's right, Doctor. You can lose everything else, but you have to have the crew on board. The living and the dead. This is one of the most crucial imperatives, even though it's not in the regulations.
He didn't seem to be that on board with that thought when we were bringing, what's her name on board? What was it? Malik?
The line's breaking up, but I understood. I'll let you know, sir, when I come out of the tunnel.
Altitude 24,000. Speed 250. Going smoothly, Hopper?
That's true. Oh, she's remembering
Already
heading down.
12,000. Throttle down. 30 seconds till touchdown. Everything's looking good. Over?
Roger that. All systems work.
Well, good. Good to know.
Altitude.
Sese, thank you for 39 months.
10%. I record data dropout, but otherwise still looking good. Entering final descent.
Copy. Entering final. Hopper has landed. I repeat, Hopper has landed. Astrogator, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Any side effects? Landing wasn't too hard on you?
All good. Spine still in one piece. No signs of overstrain. Not even shortness of breath.
So
Hopefully the hike to camp goes
she got her spine compressed. That's bad news. But the astrogator seemed to take that well. Oh, your spine is fused? Well, I guess you've got only minutes.
I'm going outside.
Visibility?
100%. The dust has already settled. I've located the second lander. Our people are still on this planet.
Ah, very good. I was afraid they might try to fly off, which wouldn't be the best idea given the loss of communication with Dragonfly.
Sir, something's wrong.
What is it?
The hatch is half open. Did they report hydraulics failure?
How should I know? You were the last person in contact with the crew doctor.
Right. I'm inside.
And? How is it?
Even if they wanted to, they couldn't go back to Dragonfly. Their lander looks damaged, to put it mildly. Or more accurately, it seems like a storm has passed through it.
Understood. I mean, I don't understand how it happened. But that means...
Hopper is the only vehicle that can take us home. Affirmative.
Right. Well, then we can't afford another mistake. I'm taking the lander into orbit. I'll send it directly to the camp as soon as we find a suitable landing zone.
We've gotten out of worse than this. Equipment breaks from time to time, that's normal. But now,
Go ahead. What's bothering you?
this lack of communication, it takes too long. Especially considering there's a cyberneticist amongst them.
Yes. It worries me too.
Cyberneticist. Oh, wow. Is this that ocean? Oh. It just merges with the sky. Which is fantastic. It looks like there's roads going off into space. That's incredible.
I heard that the difference between past, present, and future is nothing but a persistent illusion.
That's a quote, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure why it came to mind. Whoa. Damn. You were right, Cobble. It's beautiful here.
I wonder if that's supposed to be a sort of, like a jet stream. Something evaporating off of the ocean. A lake? I guess it could be a lake. Yeah, there are mountains out there.
Yes, now, focus. What now?
Excuse me. I don't know, I took it to be an ocean.
I have an object in sight. This is where they searched the ocean's biocenosis.
Meaning...
Ocean.
Oh, where they caught that fish, right?
Yeah. They stopped here first, then walked along the coastline northward.
Correct. But I think you might consider taking a shortcut towards the east, straight to the camp.
Just need to find the right route.
Sith, thank you for the biddies.
I should move. Oh, there's no time.
Oh, that's a nice touch. So even though we're not going down there, this right here is their little anchor for their rope. This game is so fascinating.
I'm still here, if you're wondering, sir. It all just takes longer than expected.
You
I know
said
the
that
situation.
before.
No need to explain yourself, Doctor. We're in this together.
Also, I like that the captain is not a dickhead. I feel like that's always a thing. What did I miss? I missed a thing? Eyeball on the trail. Like backer than this? Okay. Somewhere on the ground.
Status?
Nothing's changed, Astrogator.
Understood.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty typical trope to make the a captain like that just a dickhead, right? It's a common thing. crash.
They stopped for a break.
How do you know? Are there any signs of the crew?
Some slob left litter here. Had no respect for an alien ecosystem at all.
What kind of litter?
Cigarette butt? A crumpled pack?
So, taking off the helmet for no good reason. Risk of igniting a dusty atmosphere. Irresponsible spreading of DNA. Compared to this, the damage of an already extinct ecosystem is basically a negligible issue.
Security procedures exist for humans. The rule of integrity is for the sake of everything alien to us. We shouldn't place one above the other.
What are you saying, Yasna? The mission and the safety of our people have the highest priority. Always.
Always? Are we really that self-righteous?
Of course, Doctor. We must be the most important to ourselves. And they must be the most important to themselves. Whoever they will be. In the end, the strongest will survive. Isn't that how evolution works?
Not in a biological sense, Astrogator. Besides, I'm not convinced if we should interfere with everything alien to us just because we can.
Doctor, interference is at the heart of human nature. Man would still be a monkey if he'd only looked at trees instead of cutting them down.
Yes, we have a nasty nature. I can't argue with that.
Thanks for pointing that out. Right, yeah. This wasn't exactly a critical thing that they were doing.
Can you please confirm that I'm on the correct route?
Yes, I confirm. This raid will reach the camp within an hour.
Well, so much for how long to beat. Are there any games like this that are real time?
This path is not the easiest one. Oh, but at least I'm moving onwards.
At the military academy, they used to say that difficult routes lead us the farthest. Well, hopefully not too far. You still have to come back.
Are you trying to motivate me, sir?
Of course.
I appreciate the, effort.
Huh. I didn't come from there, but... Well, I guess they marked it on the map that way. So I took an alternative route. Should I backtrack? Don't want to miss anything.
Status? What's new?
Well, nothing really. At least not in the last 5 seconds, sir.
Right.
I've definitely never played Firewatch. I want to someday. That rock kind of looks like Grimace. Grimace and his tiny son. Y'all seeing this? Nope. It's definitely Grimace. I don't understand how you got that confused. Famous for having a tiny son. Wrong again. I want to hug them,
Yes, no?
but they're over there.
Everything's all right?
Yes, yes.
I guess we didn't miss any
I just
interactions.
need a moment to think.
As soon as you find something,
I'll report it. No worries, sir.
They do look like they would make a distinctive sound. I don't disagree. I wouldn't dare to try.
This mission drags on so much.
Oh,
Sometimes I think you're gonna take off without me, sir.
don't count on it.
What is this? Astrogator, I found a peculiar inorganic structure. It looks like some spiky metal growths.
Artificial plants? Is spontaneous growth possible with this type of structure?
I've never seen anything like this. I wish I had time to run some tests.
When the situation is stabilized, we will take samples. I promise.
I feel nauseous. Suddenly. That's not it. I feel darkness. Hang on. Are you there? Over. I guess that's a no.
I'm back.
Is everything all right?
Yes, all good. They're already in the infirmary on life support. Found them in time.
what about Marit? Do I ask about her or them? What do you think? I think personally I'm more curious about the living.
How about their reactions? Have they regained consciousness? I mean, maybe one of them said something.
Unfortunately, they're still unresponsive. I'll let you know if anything changes. I'm doing an EEG on them right now.
They're fucked. They got their brains wiped by a big microwave. That's what this whole place is. It's a giant antenna. Although, the metal structures are entirely gone from this place. There's nothing. They looked extremely plentiful underground before, but now entirely gone. In fact, I'm not sure this detector is of much use. Wow. Oh. Okay, well, you know. Wait. Oh, it's there. It went and
Guess I
took a
know where
picture.
Coestar was going. I confirm, Gorski was here. His rope is still hanging from the slope.
That's a good sign. Since he left it, he intends to come back this way.
But why hasn't he yet?
Because he's dead. Or had his brain wiped. Well,
Going down after him.
actually, if he made it this far...
Tell me one more thing. When it comes to Marit, are you going to use a grave tapper?
Yes, I am considering that as a possibility. And what is your opinion? Should we look into her brain? Just that report.
One sec. Oh, I'm at the end of the rope.
Isn't that good?
Not at all.
What do you mean?
I'm stuck. I'm hanging with all my weight on the rope, away from the wall. There's still a fair few meters left to the ground.
Can you go back?
Using just my hands, strapped with all this extra weight? No, not a chance.
What if you sway?
No good. I can't reach anything.
Any other ideas?
Lower me down, probe.
I can just jump off.
Is that safe?
A substantial fall on unsteady ground. This is hardly a maneuver that I would describe as safe.
So let's take a moment to analyze the situation.
I'm thinking, if Gorski went down this way and didn't break anything,
We don't know that he
Yes,
didn't.
sir.
Yeah.
Could keep going even with injuries.
all right, so do you have another idea? Oh, will I be hanging like this until the end of time itself?
There is a certain possibility, or rather uncertain, but maybe it's worth trying.
I'm listening.
Can you see the probe?
This was my idea.
Yes. It's flying near me.
Good. If I instructed it to fly as close as possible to you, you could grab onto it.
You sure it will hold me?
That I cannot guarantee.
All right, let's give it a try.
I'm entering the instruction. You must guide me.
It looks like a meter away.
1 meter forward.
That was a meter?
I can't reach it. A bit closer, please. I'd say so. I fell from a lower height. It was a soft landing, though.
Well, I'm mad that I didn't get to have input on the memories discussion. I didn't know we were going to fall. I should have stopped climbing down while I was considering my answer, I guess, but oh well. Yeah, Luna got slam dunked. Well, if you want those metal structures, you got them. Look like radiators.
We had our last contact with Regis a few minutes after noon. Even then, Dr. Gorski was walking alone. Communications blew up shortly before he got here. He didn't take a tent. Anyway, what's the idea of doing it alone?
Damn. This place is amazing. It's all made up of these structures. Except they don't look like creations of nature anymore.
Maybe that's why Dr. Gorski, not to mention the Alliance.
Well, if we're looking for something on this planet, this could be it. These structures form entire multi-story complexes. They look like a city.
Are you saying that...
No. There's no point in jumping to conclusions yet. The height of the entire complex is over 100 meters, even 150.
And all made of this metal?
To a significant degree. If something were to live here,
Yes?
it would have to be very small, like insects. On the other hand, there's no flora around to support such organisms. Dr. Gorski set up the flags.
So, he kept going, despite the lack of communication with the rest.
You'd have to see it with your own eyes, sir. This place. Gorski may have lost himself in his discovery.
Are you joking, Doctor? Lost himself, Gorski. He may not have respect for the unknown, but he has his feet firmly on the ground. Should be looking for a way back by now.
I think he must have discovered something. And since he suffers from excessive ambition, he's capable of stupid acts in the name of a breakthrough.
Well, I admit, that sounds more like him. You must trace his steps, Doc.
Are you receiving a signal?
What signal?
From Dr. Gorski.
No. Why are you asking?
He tried to open up a connection, set up a transmitter.
There's nothing on the comms. But I'll check the record history. Please give me a moment.
Left or right?
What do you mean left? Oh. Blocked way. Gap. Oh. Whoa.
All right. I'll squeeze through the passage.
2 more hours.
Huh?
That's all Gorski has left of oxygen, at best.
And at worst?
He's just finishing it up. Though it all depends on his activity.
If I remember correctly, the atmosphere here is breathable.
Basically, yes. Dr. Crowther, however, warned that the methane content...
I know. But the effects won't be immediate. That gives us a few extra hours. These constructions don't have a clear division into functions. They're huge, complicated, and uniform at the same time.
Do you have any idea where all this could have come from? I'm aware without tests you can't do much. But let's say on first inspection.
I don't know what to think.
I ran out of
It's
time.
an absolute phenomenon. An anomaly on a cosmic scale. Inconceivable.
Come on, Doctor. You're a scientist. Isn't this a perfect challenge for you?
A challenge, yes, but I really can't do much without equipment. I can't tell if any of this could be part of a machine. Really wish we found Gorski already. We've gone over everything in that area. Ah, I see the probe. Has it found anything?
It's not making any measurements at the moment.
Oh, why?
The overload protection is activated. Until I do a reset, it's on manual control.
Is it because of my flight?
It's possible, but please don't worry about it. What matters is that you're fine.
Wouldn't it be better if I helped you? I can close it manually after all.
I'd need some directions first. And to bring it to you.
No problem, I'm on it.
First, let's find a place where I can land it. Otherwise, you won't be able to help me, Doctor.
Okay, well, I guess nowhere around here. I mean, this seems like it would be a workable spot, but it is not on the list.
How's the terrain? Are they still everywhere?
Yep, wherever I look, there's metal.
Oh, was it by the edge? I'm standing on it? Come on, calm down. I don't think I can be blamed. Yeah, what the fuck y'all talking about? Did I step on it and break it?
My legs feel really heavy.
Give yourself a moment to rest, Doctor. You certainly deserve it.
One up here. It deloaded. It seems pretty bizarre for it to do that.
We had our last contact with Regis a few minutes after noon. Even then, Dr. Gorski was walking alone. Communications blew up shortly before he got here. He didn't take a tent.
Damn. This place is amazing. It's all made up of these structures. Except they don't look like creations of nature.
Gotta speed run through this again.
Maybe that's why Dr. Gorski, not to mention the Alliance,
Well, if we're looking for something on this planet, this could be it. These structures form entire multi-story complexes. They look like a city.
Are you saying that...
No. There's no point in jumping to conclusions yet. Left or right? The height of the entire complex is over 100 meters. Even 150.
And all made of this metal?
To a significant degree. If something were to live here,
Yes?
it would have to be very small. Like insects. On the other hand, there's no flora around to support such organisms. Dr. Gorski set up the flags.
So, he kept going, despite the lack of communication with the rest.
You'd have to see it with your own eyes, sir. This place. Gorski may have lost himself in his discovery.
Are you joking, Doctor? Lost himself, Gorski. He may not have respect for the unknown, but he has his feet firmly on the ground. Should be looking for a way back by now.
I think he must have discovered something. And since he suffers from excessive ambition, he's capable of stupid acts in the name of a breakthrough.
Well, I admit, that sounds more like him. You must trace his steps, Doctor.
I'm working on it. Are you receiving a signal?
What signal?
From Dr. Gorski.
No, none. Why are you asking?
He tried to open up a connection, set up a transmitter.
There's nothing on the comms, but I'll check the record history. Please give me a moment. Have you chosen where to go?
I'm still wondering.
There's no time to hesitate, Doctor. Two more hours.
Huh?
That's all Gorski has left of oxygen, at best.
And at worst?
He's just finishing it up. Though it all depends on his activity.
If I remember correctly, the atmosphere here is breathable.
Basically, yes. Dr. Krauter, however, warned that the methane content...
I know. But the effects won't be immediate. That gives us a few extra hours. These constructions don't have a clear division into functions. They're huge, complicated, and uniform at the same time.
Do you have any idea where all this could have come from? I'm aware without tests you can't do much. But let's say on first inspection.
If metamorphism and other natural factors are to be excluded, there is only one conclusion. Someone or something must have put them here.
But who? The Alliance? Because you don't need to say...
Oh, I do. I suspect the surface of Regis 3 was once inhabited.
I will say I'm excited to give you guys the third degree if it turns out that it's not a thing at all. So we'll see.
I can't tell if any of this could be part of a machine. Really wish we found Gorski already.
I mean, I wasn't really stuck. I had a path.
Everything in that area.
I was excited to take it.
Ah, I see the probe. Has it found anything?
It's not making any measurements at the moment.
Oh, why?
The overload protection is activated. Until I do a reset, it's on manual control.
Is it because of my flight?
It's possible, but please don't worry about it. What matters is that you're fine.
Wouldn't it be better if I helped you? I can close it manually after all.
I'd need some directions first. And to bring it to you.
No problem. I'm on it.
First, let's find a place where I can land it. Otherwise, you won't be able to help me, Doctor.
There it is. You guys were right. It certainly was not there when I came back, so...
There. I found the right place.
No third degree,
Fine.
but for
I'm waiting
the...
for instructions.
Let's see.
Oh, no.
Rotate the probe 120 degrees. Okay, now. Please rotate the probe 40 degrees. Uh, 13 meters forward. First, 45 degrees to the right. And then 4 meters forward.
This is
2 more meters to the right.
a real test of your spatial perception, right?
2 meters forward. Land.
Okay. Okay.
How's the terrain? Those structures, are they still everywhere?
Yep. Wherever I look, there's metal.
Is this the best we can do?
Oh, don't be angry.
It's not anger, it's a warning sign.
I know, I know. You're welcome, Luna.
Exvixian, thank you for 54 months. We did finally pet the drone. Hey,
It's a bit like Pando.
don't.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Doc.
A colony of populous tremoloids. American aspen. The new trees grow not from seeds, but from rootsuckers of old trees. As a result, it's one giant organism, thousands of years old.
So you're in a dead metal forest?
Huh, that does sound bizarre. Though maybe.
It looks quite climbable. I keep thinking that whenever I look at it. Looks like a bunch of metal ladders. Big jungle gym. Also reminds me a bit of Rebar.
Doctor, something has been recorded after all. But there are plenty of errors in the transmission header. It's hard to say whether this is a message from Gorski.
Well then, sir, play it. Maybe we'll finally find out what's going on with the doctor.
Let's hope so.
Gorski to base. I repeat, this is Gorski. Base, come in.
No doubt, it's him. Let's keep listening. But as soon as you report anything, Doctor, I'll stop the recording.
Must be a long one.
I report, I've made an amazing discovery. Geometric structures that are thicket and bushy, pointed rods and slats. Mostly iron, but not only. Molybdenum, carbon, tungsten. Altogether similar to a giant integrated circuit. A million small tangled cables. Not a trace of electric current, polarity, not even residual magnetism. Maybe once upon a time, centuries ago, petawatts or exawatts of power flowed this way. To compare with something, it's probably a machine.
I can see the relay up close. Looks broken.
I mean, all the little holes and stuff. It looks like a storm did it. I don't think we have any reason to think it's a deliberate action. But maybe.
Such damage could be caused by a local meteorological phenomenon. A severe thunderstorm with litho and electrometeors.
So, the weather is to blame for all of it.
Well, I can't think of a better explanation at the moment.
Maybe let's go back to the recording.
Some kind of information collective structure? Maybe it was some kind of electronic brain. It makes me think of the Lyrans. A race of extinct sentient beings. Supposedly, they knew about light astrogation before we invented the wheel. They had to save themselves from the explosion of Nova. They sent ships. The remains of those ships have been found, ashed to a chip glued together. I've seen hypothetical schematics. The structures here remind me of those. Okay, moving on. Readings.
Well, that's it. What follows is just a humming noise. Any thoughts, Doctor?
So far, it all leads to one conclusion. This is not a place for a man. Nor for any humanoids.
Then, who is it for?
Maybe it's really an alien technology. Those Lyrans.
As far as I know, all information about the Lyran civilization is just guesswork. Many consider Lyrans to be just a myth, so I wouldn't take it too seriously.
Do we think it's a myth? Oh, for Pete's sake, what now?
Well, I think there might be something to it.
By the way, you were right, Doctor. Gorski did lose himself in his discovery, in spite of everything.
Ah, you're so quick to fucking come at me. But buddy, I did this. I stared right at this. And I'll tell you what. Eyeballs, they're just for looking at things. So there. Look. 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 I looked at it. Now who's not paying attention? Yeah, I always get defensive like this when everybody comes at me with some shit. And now look at Tenosis trying to change the subject. He was leading the pack before, pitchforks and everything. Let's see. So there's actually a couple of...
My legs feel really heavy.
Actually, maybe there aren't a couple of...
To rest, Doctor. You certainly deserve it.
Let's see. So that's this way. I think it's just an alternative path up here. It was one person? Oh, you mean this time? Yeah, but Tenosis appointed himself the emissary. So, you know, get him under control. You gotta get him under control. Oh, I can't actually go down onto this bridge. I'm assuming it's the alternative path, like, probably wraps around and comes up here. Oh, well. Also, I had kind of pent up not being able to give you guys the third degree for the earlier one. So as soon as Tenosis threw himself on the eyeball, I had to let it all out. I had to get it all of it out. Like, I was right. I looked at that. You can't click on it. Don't do nothing. It was just waiting to go off.
traces, this time handprints, and a drop detector.
What? Did I hear you right?
Yes, sir, you heard correctly. I'm afraid we must be ready for any eventuality.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean we should assume the worst. I still believe you'll find him, Doctor.
Why is he dropping his shit all over the place? Are we gonna find, like, his clothes? His underwear? This place kind of goes all over. I don't know if all of this is...
Ouch!
Yes, now, what is it?
the silliest little fall.
Shortcut.
On purpose?
Not really.
So it's disintegrating. That was, I mean, sticking out like a sore thumb, but I had no reason to expect it to shatter, I guess. Probe's leading the way, but I just want to... Oh, okay. How do we leave? It's my question.
Now, focus.
More and more
What now?
as we go further in here. More equipment.
I found something. Again.
I'm listening.
More of the same stuff. Gorski's things. More traces. Fine. Actions devoid of logic.
Back in the camp, you reported Merritt's abandoned things.
A backpack and a journal, yes. This scene looks disturbingly similar.
Well, we're not going up that or that way, so... Ah, another gap, eh? Good thing there's a hole for you up at the top.
Finally! I have his position.
A visual?
Not yet.
Yeah, his stationary position. This won't be good. Also, I hate these because I always feel like I'm going to get stuck every time.
Gorski, are you here? It's me, Yasna.
Still nothing.
Yeah.
How do I... That's not it. Can I bring up the... There it is.
I found his backpack. You know what that means, sir?
Yes, he's without oxygen. We must hurry.
Oh, there he is. I see him. He's lying in a sinkhole. Doctor, answer me, please.
That's a gap we can't fit through.
The tank is empty.
It doesn't matter now, Yasna. Let's focus on the doctor.
Almost there. Got him. He's not moving.
Oh.
Gorski! Gorski! Look at me! His eyes are closed.
Is he breathing?
He's alive, but barely.
Did he react in any way?
No reaction. He seems unconscious. Gorski! Come on!
Calm down, Doctor. Get him out of there. The probe's already looking for a landing site.
Good fucking luck.
Okay. Let me just... I'm pulling him out. Done. He's out. I activated his SOS. You should pick up a transmission with his parameters, sir. Well?
No, nothing. The transmitter in the suit must be too weak.
Should I retrieve his booster from the backpack?
No point. Better to set up a relay. We have to do it anyway so that Hopper can land in this maze. Have a preliminary scan of your surroundings. There's an open area nearby. You have to move Gorski there. The probe will guide you.
But he's not stable. I must share my oxygen with him, Astrogator.
You'd need a spare for that. The protocol doesn't provide for connecting two suits at the same time.
In that case, I'll give him my tank.
Negative. I won't allow it, Yasna. If you faint, the doctor won't carry you.
The membrane looks intact.
What did you say? I didn't hear.
Hold on, Gorski.
I still can't hear you, Doctor. Please repeat.
Don't be angry, sir. But
But what? Please go ahead.
after careful consideration, I gave Gorski my tank. We still don't know when you'll send the lander, so I can't leave him without oxygen.
Doctor, I explicitly told you not to. Never mind. Let's hope Artie can finish the job if you're both unconscious. Are you out in the open already?
Sort of. Yes.
Once you set the transmitter, I should start receiving.
I feel like if it tries to land anywhere around here, it's gonna smash through.
There it is. Pulse, heart rate, saturation, almost within the range. Now, mark the place for the lander, and we're home, Doctor.
I'm on it.
What was that?
I don't know. Everything is shaking.
Yasna,
No! No!
please hold on. I'll find a way.
What? What was that? Astrogator, I'm underground. It's hard to determine my exact location. Novik, do you copy? Base, come in. I'm sending an SOS. Anyone, please. Okay. Stay calm. Just keep it together. Heartbeat's racing, but saturation hasn't dropped below the tissue norm. Not yet, at least.
I like how trained she seems, which makes sense being an astronaut, right?
Deposit of water, probably unsafe for consumption. I'd rather not risk it. Shit! Let's hope it's not fossil. Slippery terrain. Poor visibility. Considering all factors, situation hopeless. At least I got flares. Oh, come on. Gotta be kidding me. Okay. Careful.
I think this game might be an exact copy of Firewatch.
Fucking great. I can't. I just. Can't. Pretty much fucked. That's my considered opinion. Fucked.
Yasna, you want to open your eyes?
Who's that? I can't see. Koval, you came back for me. But how? The lander took you. Koval, please, speak to me.
I'm so glad to see you, Yasna. I have so much to tell you, but we don't have time. We need to get out of here as soon as possible.
How are you planning to do it? I won't jump over to you.
There's a passage on the left. It should get easier from there. Meanwhile, I'll be watching you from above. As long as we have comms, you won't lose me. We'll be out of here within an hour. You'll see.
I'm not going anywhere until you tell me how you got here.
Yes, no, we really don't have time for this. It's not safe here. Please, stand up.
So much for the rescue.
Definitely doesn't seem real. But who knows? That doesn't look like a place you can fit through.
Koval, say something. I can't stand this silence.
You often do that.
Do what?
Talk over your fears. There's no shame in being afraid. Don't worry.
I'm at risk of dehydration, hypoxia, poisoning. It's no wonder I'm afraid.
I already admire you. You know, I'm proud and rather worried at the same time. What you did for Gorski, well, I wouldn't be able to do that myself.
I don't know why I left him my tank. Gorski is dead anyway.
Don't say that. We will return for him.
Something attacked me up there. Oh, it probably got him too.
Then we'll ask Novik. The old man monitors our parameters.
He only tells us what he deems fit. You know that, Koval.
Yeah, I do. Still, you did the right thing.
Oh, maybe I did. But it was stupid too. A complete failure of reason in an act of futile heroism.
Is your equipment operational? Nothing damaged?
Only the flares got wet.
Besides that, what have you got on you? Procedural minimum?
Telemeter, locator, metal detector. So, pretty much minimum.
Pity. Wonder why they don't give us proper torches.
You tell me. Hey! Hey, don't go so fast. I need to rest.
One more hill. You can do it.
I've had enough. Just enough. Forward, Yasna. Faster. We're racing against time. Come on.
I missed it.
Fighting for our lives, Yasna.
I didn't see anything.
Enough of this nonsense. I'm sick of fighting.
Okay, Yasna. I'm sorry. I demand so much from you. Too much.
You don't have to apologize for anything. It's my fault. Maybe Novik's. But definitely not yours.
Stop. I'll be here with you until the end. Remember, none of this is your fault. You deserve to finally rest.
No, I don't. I won't give up yet.
I know. Can you stand?
I need...
I like the blinking.
catch my breath first.
Like I said, I'll be here. I only wish I could somehow comfort you. All in all, it's probably...
I'm getting up, okay?
I knew you would find the strength. You just needed a little encouragement.
Don't push it. Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, I will not give up.
I never doubted.
Thank goodness.
See? You made it. My whining did some good, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I kinda did. Do you see this?
Well, if you're talking about the coal deposits and the bones of prehistoric reptiles, then yes. They're further up as well.
Finally, we have proof. Millions of years ago, there was life on the surface of Regis 3.
Is it really such good news? Now, for some reason, there's nothing, you know. Not even bacteria or viruses.
I'm starting to suspect that someone or something prevented organisms from moving ashore. Perhaps it stopped them from leaving the water.
If so, I think it stops them to this day. In other words, it's still here, and it nips all manifestations of life in the bud.
Why then have I not met it yet?
Yasna, I'm afraid you have.
Why are you so cut on Novik? What? Does anybody know what that means? I guess so. I feel like I know a lot of Britishisms. I don't know that one.
You know a lot, Koval. About what happened to me. About these fossils.
The old man told me.
About life on Regis.
About you. He's clueless regarding Regis. Only cares about gaining some illusory advantage in this sector of the galaxy.
Maybe.
Even more fossils. And now there are no comms. No one will even know about this discovery.
Oh, stop being so pessimistic. I really don't like the idea of our bones resting next to these ones.
Well, at least an HQ will send another expedition. And they'll find all the bones together.
Take it easy, Yasna. Take it easy.
Koval,
Yes?
are you really here with me?
Of course. As well as the whole crew. You have very distinct memory traces of us all in this marvelous little thing of yours called the brain.
Stop joking.
Stenosis.
No, that's not what I'm asking
Thank you for the
about.
biddies.
I do, but there's no definitive answer, really. I just hope you won't forget about us. About me. So little, yet so much.
I don't want to forget, Koval. I really don't.
Come on. It's time to be among other people again. They're out there, somewhere. I promise.
I don't know if it's necessarily bad. I think she's
I'm starting to have second thoughts. What if something's
kind of
waiting for me?
helping herself out.
Something that caused my fall.
You'll overcome that fear just like the others. Because if you stay here...
I was borrowing the brain cell, punks.
He's gone again. So after all...
She's sort of weirdly had a helpful
I can't
hallucination,
go with you any
perhaps.
further, Yasna.
Koval?
Forgive me for pushing and rushing you so much. It's just... I had to pull you out of there somehow. Unfortunately, by now my body is some chemical leftover, an empty shell. I want to believe this is not our farewell. If it is, it has been an absolute
Oh, wow.
pleasure to speak with you.
That's fucked. That's fucked up. Is Novik leaving? Flat panels.
Yes, sir. I'm getting your SOS. Receiving your vitals. Do you hear me?
Base, I report that the comms are back. I repeat, the line is working again.
Finally! Yes, sir. You can't even imagine. It's really good to hear your voice again, Doctor.
Sir, I saw Koval.
Yes, sir. Are you saying what?
I don't quite understand myself.
All right. Let's leave that for now. Are you injured in any way?
No. As usual, I came out of trouble unscathed.
Yeah, that's
Some
not the
would call it a
badass.
blessing in disguise.
I'm not calling it anything until I'm out of here, sir.
Understood. Please continue. We'll talk later.
Yeah, kind of like how, if you've ever had that experience where you leave something playing when you're asleep, like television, or leave a podcast on or something like that, or even just the sound of your alarm, where instead of waking up, it just sort of bleeds into and merges with your with your dreams in real time. Yeah. I've always appreciated that thing. I've seen it a few times where, like, I'm trying to... what's the thing I'm thinking of? I feel like I recently saw... Was it in a game or a show? Where, there's an alarm, and then, it's like someone's having some sort of a dream experience, and someone's talking, and then they just open their mouth, and they're just going, and it's just, it was a dream sequence. But, like, it feels that way. I've had that experience a number of times where it just bleeds together.
Are you there? Do you copy?
Oh.
I'm still here, but I don't know how long for.
Are you in danger?
One could say so. The thing burned a hole in front of me. Now it's marching on these kind of crab legs.
Don't. You must evacuate immediately.
I recognize that thing?
It sounds like you know what it is, sir.
No, I have my suspicions. One of the flagship machines of the Alliance would match the description.
Oh, wow.
Antimatter cannon. Antimat.
You're fucking kidding me, sir.
Oh, Tyranny, safe with biddies.
Unfortunately, I'm not.
So,
Any
not
progress?
an alien.
Do you still have a visual on the object?
I seem to be in luck. It behaves as if it's searching for something. I think it's moving away from me.
Ugh. Ugh.
Excellent. Don't stop yet, though. The greater the distance between you and this machine, the better.
How is it possible that the Alliance machine got here before us?
I'd like to know myself. If our intel's incorrect and Invincible already landed on Regis 3, they would have a huge advantage over us. So why would they confront our ship head on?
Instead, they waste time on some shady diversion.
Exactly.
No.
Makes no sense from a strategic
Yeah, I was gonna
point
say,
of
this
view.
doesn't make any sense.
I can see a passage.
I should have spoken
but
back instead of
it
clicking on
doesn't
that,
look
but here we are.
very Inviting. Anyway. I think they're looking for something here.
I wouldn't be so sure. If the Alliance had been searching the area, they wouldn't have sent a lone antimat to do.
Shit!
What?
It's still here. I have to... I'm stuck. I can't move. Oh, it's coming at me.
Yes, sir. Please talk.
It's getting closer. It's gonna crush me. I've got nowhere to run. I'm gonna die here after all.
Come in. Jasna, we must evacuate you. I'm getting parameters. Pulse, saturation. Please confirm you're there.
I'm okay.
Luna.
Though I don't know why.
Luna saved us.
Are you able to go on?
I think so. So please, wait a minute.
Don't see Luna.
I guess it's busted for good. I found a box. Also a switch.
Probably from the registry. Can you get the record?
Let's see. You guessed right, sir. The Alliance is indeed already on the planet.
Stab, 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 stab.
They even managed to set up a field base.
How could headquarters have got it so wrong? According to intelligence, the Invincible was not due to arrive for another 14 days.
I guess we should ask them back home.
Interesting that you think we're gonna get home.
And that's me. Wow. It really did almost flatter me. Probe. It distracted the antimat.
You say that as if it did it on purpose.
How else to explain it?
Coincidence?
I don't believe in such coincidences, Astrogator.
Rip. Oh. We're done looking at those, I guess. I wasn't touching the controls. It just went away. Jeez. Not a trace of the probe. Oh, there it is.
Not much left of it.
The probe was broadcasting a while ago, so maybe we can save its call.
You could say that since I found the probe, I haven't been alone.
I'm sorry, Yasna. Maybe it can still be rebuilt. Anyway, you're not entirely alone.
You don't have to comfort me. I'm a little sad. The probe was a good companion, but that's all.
Sometimes you have to allow yourself a moment of weakness to regain strength.
Yeah, maybe.
Sometimes it's just not fair. I wanted to look through those. Same for you? Ugh. There's a couple moments in this game where the timings of things feel like... I don't know. Like, I've missed a few conversations I wanted to hear. That was pretty irritating just then. Overall, not a big deal, but... Oh, okay, sick.
Okay. It cooled down.
Are you talking about the probe call?
Well, they say in order to win over a person, you have to steal their heart. But the key is to get their brain.
No, that's just a metaphor.
Anatomically incorrect and highly overused, yes. Okay. Time to get out of here.
So we weren't...
Oh, not good. You simply don't get a break.
What is it this time?
Stormfront is approaching your location.
Now of all times.
I know, Doctor. But please muster up a little more strength. Let's not forget that the Alliance is in the vicinity.
Wait a minute. Do you have any specific expectations of me? Since I'm nearby their troops.
It's hard to call them specific. We need to learn more.
You're missing the most important thing, sir. We still have to save Gorski. I don't know what your silence means.
I was going to tell you later. I'm really sorry.
What?
His readings...
No. No, don't finish. That's impossible.
You did absolutely everything you could. Unfortunately, sometimes even that's not enough.
I did nothing. Just nothing.
By the way, how are you feeling?
Are you asking about?
I mean the lack of your oxygen tank, sir. How are you feeling?
I've already experienced what Dr. Krauter referred to as mild cerebral symptoms. Actually, Koval participated in them.
What? How?
I had a long and heartfelt conversation with him. Please don't ask for details.
We're not going to make it, folks. It's not looking good.
Oh, damn it. The storm's getting worse.
Loading a new map. Well played. Nice moves.
Oh, I've already been there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh no. Electrical storms on this planet? Right. Maybe that's okay. Maybe that's a good thing. I'm not sure.
I'm approaching the vehicle.
Any damage?
Hard to tell. It looks like it's been stuck here for a while. But the light inside works. There isn't a living soul here.
Are you sure? Please take a look around.
Is that an oxygen tank?
There's no one inside either.
This looks so good, by the way.
It looks undamaged, though.
I love the style of everything here. I love the style of this little vehicle. It's just so
No
cool.
one's coming out of me. I'm all alone.
Is that disappointment I hear? Anyway.
Not disappointment, but tiredness. Are you surprised?
No, not at all. It's understandable.
Yeah, it's just a really cool little vehicle. Whoa!
Did you get in?
Yes. But I still have to pop back outside. Let's check something.
Time is pressing, Doctor. The storm.
I know. But it's important.
Yeah, she had hallucinations. She's like, all right, fuck this. I mean, oh, I just looked at this. Hello? There we go.
Got it.
I looked at it, but it didn't give me this marker. I looked at it, but it didn't give me the fucking marker.
Why didn't I think of that? Rescue kit is essential in all vehicles, even the Alliances. And better.
Yes. Oh, that's what I needed. Okay. Time to hit the road.
I looked at it 2 separate times. How did I not see the marker? You can't use that one. Because that one was fucking wrong. And I was right. Not gonna close the door? Hello? Oh. I haven't had to do that for any of these this whole
Then what are you
game.
waiting for? Leave this cursed place. Are you driving? How are the conditions?
I'm going. Please talk to me. Maybe that will
Oh,
calm
cool. I
me
get to
down.
drive it.
Oh, shit! It hit the bonnet.
Don't worry. Even if it hits the rover directly, you'll come out unscathed. Yeah, the vehicle is kind of
Faraday
a Faraday
cage.
The energy will flow through the body and discharge into the ground.
Look, I know I asked you to talk to me, but I don't need a lecture in physics right now.
Then what?
Some peace and quiet would actually be better.
Understood. I'll be quiet from now on.
Now I feel kind of bad. I love it, actually. I think it's great. They do kind of have a Alex Russell sort of thing going on. Also, the voice acting throughout this game has been just top-notch. Particularly this main actor for Yasna. But also Novik. Just, like, absolutely heavy lifting this game. This honestly feels awesome. I don't understand why exactly, but there's something really visceral about the way that this thing drives that feels great. Going around. I mean, I'm down with maybe here. Yeah, it does. It does feel immersive. Except for that it's not making a single sound. That felt a little bit like a warning, but we're gonna roll with it. Ah! Hey Lindley, thank you for the biddies. Yeah, it kind of bounces and bobs and stuff in a way that just seems very like how it would be. Yeah, I mean, I guess if it's electric, it would be quite quiet. It's one of those things. It's kind of like how in space shows, some space shows put in like sounds. Despite, you know, like when you're like viewing things from the vacuum of space, they put in like spaceship sounds and things like that because even if you know that like there shouldn't be a lot of audio, you still expect, like your eyes are telling you that there's stuff happening that normally you would feel like you'd be able to hear. Yeah. Although it's not like 100% the case that there wouldn't be any audio at all, apparently. I don't really, I don't know the reason. Does anybody know about that? It's not a perfect vacuum.
Damn it!
Well, you would, yeah, but I'm saying like beyond your local, like you would clearly hear things touching your suit or inside your suit, but I'm talking about beyond that.
How far am I from the city's border?
Considering how fast you're moving, if you're heading straight to the destination,
I think I'm going in a circle.
Structures collapse.
You don't know.
I missed my turn.
It's not that simple. There are too many unknown variables.
Yeah, I need to go that way. I mean, it's a thing that I don't really know for sure. It's one of those things where like it was sort of became common knowledge for a while that everybody was like, "There's no sound in space," and people would always say that and complain about TV shows. And then I recall seeing a lot of other finger wagging, you know, some finger waggling. Actually.
I'm still alive. The signal's just weak.
Unfortunately, yes, but it's hardly surprising.
Uh-oh. Well. Ah. There we go.
I'm riding into a cave. The storm has subsided.
I mean, yeah. Was it stormy in the cave to begin with?
found a place to hide.
A Faraday cage?
That's not it. I left the structures behind. It's an ordinary rock formation.
Even better. You have to catch your breath eventually. Can I ask for one thing? Could you find the model number of the rover?
What for?
I've got an idea, but it depends on the model.
They have a similar logo to ours, which is great.
Emmett 2001. Could that be it?
Let me see. Bingo. Emmets are equipped with a black box. Please find it.
Okay, well, you're not allowed to say anything to me on this one because
this can help, but the Alliance labels
it's doing
black
nothing.
boxes as data loggers.
I want to touch that. It's doing nothing. I have to sit up a bit? That marker keeps going away. Oh. Oh, there we go. I have to move seats. Oh! Beautiful. There was like other markers. This is clearly the thing he wants us to mess with, but maybe there weren't other markers. I guess not.
I have the box, but it's all locked up.
Really?
Oh. So there's enough. Oh, I am at the end of the night. Shit.
Where did you even get?
Yeah, let me know when that point is. That would be great, punks. Because
anyway,
this last time I kind of got screwed by the
what should I
checkpoint.
do?
1 second. I need to think. Eureka. Cable access. Look for something resembling a socket, a plug.
I think I have something like that.
Then you can connect to the probe's brain there. And presto.
Won't work. These inputs are not compatible with Commonwealth plugs.
From the outside, our equipment is different, but inside we have the same guts, so to speak. The cable on the back of the box should already fit.
Same guts, hey? Just like with humans.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, it's in.
There was no cable.
Well done, Doctor. I'm receiving a signal.
So, what now?
Excuse me,
You
sorry.
can finally rest. It'll take me a while to dig through all the records.
This game is so cool. Data recorder. Yeah, the audio is really good and the modeling is really good. Just all in all, it's a really brilliant game. Oh, there's the cable. Guess I missed it before.
The rover was connected to a base.
The one from the slides.
Most probably.
Boom.
No one is transmitting from the base. On the other channels, all I hear is static.
The storm must be causing interference.
I feel like maybe they were
I
here
suggest you lie down.
a long time ago. And they're
The
gone.
storm's raging. Best to sleep through the night. Did you fall asleep?
It may not be that simple. I'm too tired to sleep.
Yeah, I know that paradox all too well. Can I help you some?
if we
I
talk,
appreciate them marking that a thing will
maybe
end
I'll
the
finally fall asleep.
conversation.
Naturally. Have anything specific in mind?
Yes, actually. I wasn't able to report it earlier, but I found fossils underground.
Fossils?
Based on my brief observations, they belong to lizard-like creatures.
Really? Amazed that something lived on this sterile rock. Please forgive the question, but are you sure?
Well, I didn't imagine them, did I? I don't know. It felt real.
Why don't I try to find some confirmation in the Alliance data? For now, let's talk about something else, instead of getting ahead of ourselves. A more light-hearted subject, perhaps.
May I ask why you became an astronaut?
There are two answers to this question. An honest one and a personal lie. To give you the clearest picture of the truth, I'd have to tell you both.
I'm all ears.
As cadets, we participated in a series of meetings. HQ organized them to encourage potential recruits. We all said the same thing, just a little different. We all wanted to push the boundaries of human potential, discover what is undiscovered. Remembering childhood memories when we first heard about the brave forces of the Commonwealth. Sometimes these speeches were already being prepared during the training, if you understand what I mean. Every astronaut wished to explore space. They had to wish that. But my reason, an honest reason, not a nice-sounding memory that never happened, I'd never been able to find my place. So I came to the conclusion that I would not find it anywhere except out here, in space. Although I never dreamed of exploring. Such lofty ideas as expanding human limits were of little interest to me. It was among my crew that I...
Nice.
Not good. Don't get a break.
What is it this time?
Stormfront is approaching the location.
Oh, wait. Astrogator, can you explain to me what I'm hearing right now?
This is a recording from the rover. The Alliance has apparently broken the encryption of our radio channel.
Oh, bollocks. So what do we do?
We need to change the frequency and encryption key.
What's the point? As soon as you give me a new channel, they will overhear us and change it as well.
Just look at the probe's brain.
Luna? What's with...
All you have to do is watch it closely. I'm switching now. Waiting for you to join.
Oh, I see. The new frequency is...
Yeah, Luna rocks.
Okay, the channel is active. Now the encryption key. The first 3 digits of the cipher are...
Oh. How many are there? 7.
The next is...
2, 4, 2. Oh no. One, 4, 2, 1. It's 2, 1, 4. 2, 1, 4. That's what's happening. I was missing it switching from 2 to 1 there, because it just sort of happens very fast. So 2, 1, 4.
Yes, sir?
I'm here.
Well done. That should buy us some time.
So, how should we continue?
Don't you need more time to rest?
I do. But there's no way I'm going to sleep now. Besides, nothing's stopping me anymore. The storm has subsided.
All right. Let's not risk evacuating directly from the city. Should be safer outside its perimeter. I took the liberty of looking through the photos of the nearby area. Everything north and east of your location looks relatively safe. All you have to do is move away from this cluster of metal.
So, should I go back to the ship?
That's an odd question. Of course you should come back. Now even more than ever. Very concerned for your safety, Doctor.
No need to be. I'm fine. Astrogator, I think I've gone far enough. There is a vast open area in front of me. The city is no longer visible. We need to decide what to do next. Dragonfly, over. Are you there?
Yes, please excuse me. I was in the infirmary. Is the coast clear?
Yep, all clear.
Good. Give me a moment. I'm looking at the satellite images.
Is this the point? Should I save this for next time? It must have saved then, right? Okay. Then we'll find out. Well... Oh, a little bit further. Which do we want here? Y'all are very split.
Have you examined Mary's body yet?
I wired her brain to a grave tapper, if that's what you're asking.
Yes, that's what I meant. Have you watched the memory recording?
Yes, but they didn't say anything because the picture is ambiguous. To put it mildly, a lot of black dots. The graininess of the image is extremely bad. All right, I've got it. Sector AZ-25... Let's say AZ-2504. Please check if it's fit to land.
Like I said, it looks good. Clear opening, flat terrain.
Excellent. Please go there while I prepare the lander. I'll just pack Artie inside.
So that's it. You're taking me to the Dragonfly. We're flying away from here for good.
We have no other choice, Doctor. At this stage of the mission, we can only minimize losses. You understand that, don't you? Yes, sir?
I wasn't keen on this mission from the start. We were supposed to return a long time ago. And that's what I want. I want all of us to return home, dead or alive.
Please remember, we have just one lander left. As a commander, I must first ensure your safe return. Only then I'll send Artie with other tasks.
I assume that means the doctor. But why did Yasna survive so well when no one else did? It must have been a very specific event. But then Gorski survived for quite a long time beyond everybody else. There's tracks here already. Maybe this is where the Alliance came in. Okay, thanks, Punkster. Choose your further destination. Oh, Road to the Alliance base. Road to the landing zone. Oh boy.
I'm still here, if you're wondering, sir. It all just takes longer than expected.
I know the situation. No need to explain yourself, Doctor. We're in this together.
This is an interesting choice. I could choose next time. A cliffhanger. A cliffhanger. Yeah, the base wasn't transmitting. Wait a minute. Oh, I can't like move seats and play around. 4 and 5 are on. They weren't before. Choose your further destination. Yeah, this game definitely rocks. I will call it here. I hope you guys have been enjoying. It feels extremely unique. I like the aesthetic, the throwback aesthetic, but also somehow modern. Just really brilliant. He's not even getting up to bark, his lazy ass. He's lying on his bed back there, borking. Borking at me from a distance. Gotta wait on him hand and paw. I guess paw and paw. Ah, where are you going? No, sir. No, sirree, Bob. Yeah, just really great. Definitely a worthy experience. Looking forward to more. That's it for now, though. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful night.